Do you need help with mobile information? How to use a cell phone, where to put your tablets? How does that fit into your business? Well, the Power of Business is a source for you to learn that and other things to help your business succeed. We're happy as the University of Nebraska, as the University of Vermont, North Dakota State University, E-Extension, and the Southern Rural Development Center e-commerce initiative to have this information that we're going to be sharing with you today, but also on our site that will help you find that. And so some tidbits today we're going to share, and then down the road you'll be able to, Connie will talk more about some of the other information we have. But today it's my pleasure to have Connie Hancock, University of Nebraska, being here to talk to us about mobile. And as you see, she says mobile, it's everywhere. Is it, Connie?
Oh, Glenn, mobile is just everywhere. Anywhere you go today, whether it's the coffee shop, a restaurant, just walking down the street, there's somebody with their mobile device doing something, looking for something, looking for some kind of information, or deciding where to go in a map location effort. So mobile is where it's at, and it's just a fun thing to think about. Although there are some risks, there are some things that as a small business owner and an entrepreneur you really need to consider as this whole mobile world becomes part of your business strategy.
So you're going to talk to us about those?
Yes, I am.
Good.
And there's some musts that you have to consider. One is you have got to have your phone number in a place that can be found easily, because 90% of the time people are looking for your phone number to be able to call, and you need to have it so that they can touch it. It goes right to your phone part of your smartphone, and people can make the connection with you as a small business owner. The other thing that you have to have also is your map location, and it's got to be easy to find, whether that's a link or directions or something that considers takes you to that mapping application on your device of any sort. You really need to consider all those versions of optimization in that mobile world, because as we use these devices, we want to pinch and make it larger or make it smaller. And that has to be part of then this strategy that you think about as you begin this mobile thought process.
You've scared me already as a business owner. Can I do this?
Oh, definitely. There's applications out there. I mean, if you don't do it, Glenn, the risk of losing a customer or a potential sale is greater in today's world, because we are in a BYOD environment, bring your own device. And everybody that I walk up against, or as you walk down the roads, walk down the streets, they have mobile devices that they're either in their pockets, in their purses, or they're actually talking on the phone. So it's something that it's just a must. It's not something that we need to think twice about. Some really cool things that are available to us today are mobile payments. These are just 3 examples of the ways that you can take credit cards and take payments in this environment of being online. They're an easy process. They're an inexpensive process for you as a small business owner, and definitely something that you need to consider, whichever platform you go with. Taking mobile payments is critical.
And I think one of the things that also is that a lot of people are concerned about, both business owners and customers, is security.
Correct. And mobile security is going to be more and more important as you take these kinds of personal information in this mobile world. And there's ways that we'll talk a little bit about that security piece, although we'll also have a whole segment on mobile security that we have access to on powerofbusiness.net.
Right.
Mobile integration. You know, as this world of being mobile and being anywhere, you also want to have your small business, your brick and mortar store, integrated with mobile devices, whether it's a security system of some sorts, you being able to watch your employees from a security cam, to changing the temperature of the store when you're at different locations so that you can save money from a thermometer, your home heating and cooling system, or your store cooling and heating system. So there's a whole lot of things that you need to think about in terms of mobile integration as you think about these devices that we have access to and the applications that can really make you more efficient and potentially save money in the long run.
As a business owner, I would just challenge you to, or as a customer, just look at how businesses are using it. It's so seamless, we don't even notice it today. But you and I had a sandwich yesterday. What did we sign? Somebody's iPad. So.
Yep. Well, and it goes back to inventory, not only inventory, but the payment system and everything. It's just in that mobile world. So it's definitely something that has to be considered. Location-based marketing. This is just absolutely phenomenal what we can do as a small business owner. And there again, there's applications for small businesses that you can compete with some of these big box people. So location-based. If you've got customers who are in your database, you can actually locate when they are coming into the store, potentially push information to them that there might be a particular sale, or you might offer a reduction, a 10% discount on a particular item. So those location-based marketing tools that are out there could be extremely beneficial to you as well. And those are going to become more and more prevalent as we think down the road about that total mobile integration with your business. Wearable technology. This is also a trend that's going to take place. We're going to find that watches and our earbuds and the glass component is something that, as small business owners, how is that going to affect you? And how can you utilize some of those applications in either tracking your customer, providing information to your customer, communicating with your customer? Those are all things that this wearable technology is going to be able to offer to us. Mobile security, we talked about that a little bit. There are so many things available to us today, applications that we'll be able to provide that security process to our customers. Because as I provide personal information on my mobile device, I want to make sure that it is in a secure environment so that you're not in that compromise with your information. As we think about the trends, using your fingerprint as the password to get into your mobile device or password to get into some of the applications, I think is going to be an awesome way for us to be in that secure. But we want to make sure that all of our devices are secure, not just your smartphone, but your tablets, your iPad, even the desktop and tablets that you have. That security piece is so critical. And there's people out there, experts out there, to help us think about that security and to make sure that we protect the data that we have created ourselves as a business owner or collected as a business owner, as well as making sure that our customers understand that that is a priority for us, and we want to make sure that their information is safe. Mobile web browsing. As we think about this whole environment of the smart phones and the tablets and how people are searching for product, they're searching for locations, they're searching for destination places to go to, they're using their devices. And is your website, is your web presence, are your online sites mobile ready? As we think about the reviews and the recommendations again, you have got to have that in an environment that is user-friendly on a device. What works on a laptop and a desktop doesn't always work in that mobile environment. And so you need to work with your web developer, with the applications that you've used to create your website, to make sure that they're in that kind of a format that can be mobile ready.
You mentioned a web developer. Should I get a web developer? It's a sort of a side, or can I do this myself if I wanted to?
Well, you know, it depends upon your skills and how comfortable you are.
Okay.
My guess is I would probably myself have to have help with that because I have enough knowledge to be dangerous. And so I would need the technical assistance from a web developer and an expert who this is what they do on a daily basis to help small business owners create that kind of platform that is mobile ready. Particularly when we think about collecting data and collecting information in this mobile world and taking mobile payments, I want to make sure that I have the right information from my audience. Now, again, if you feel comfortable with your technology skills and the information that you have and you want to take the time to learn that, there's no reason why you couldn't do it yourself. Cloud integration is another trend that's happening within this whole mobile world. And as you think about that cloud, it becomes another scary component to this whole mobile environment. But there's so many cool applications out there to help you as a business owner to not only store data, but to provide a wealth of knowledge around this whole collaborative effort as you work with your customers from a distance. There's ways to be able to communicate and to connect and to share information. So cloud information, cloud integration is a tool that has so many applications that we need to consider. I use the cloud for a lot of my storage of data. I use the cloud to collaborate with other folks and to share information in that kind of a world. So,
and I just had to smile when I saw this picture, because one of the things as I think about the things I see advertised and everything now, when you talk about mobile, is your cars have all this built right in nowadays. I mean, the newer cars coming out and stuff. So it's all part of the system.
It's all part of the system. Well, and as you think about the your cars, they all have USB ports now. They have MP3 ports. What does that mean to a small business owner as people are traveling and trying to push that information to them in that kind of environment? Very good point. So it's creating that total mobile experience. People get real frustrated. I'm probably one of the worst, that if I click on a particular site and it takes too long to download, I am off to something else. And so the risk of losing a customer because you are not mobile ready and you have not created the kind of experience for them to either have that call to action, click on the phone number to call you, click on the location base to again maybe come to your brick and mortar store, is so critical. We've got to give them that total mobile experience that is fun and at the same time gives you the benefit and the profit from that experience.
We've talked about this for businesses, but I'm a small business owner in a rural state. Do I need to be there too? What would you tell them?
If you've got a highway running through your town, you need to be mobile ready, because people are using their phones and their tablets to find locations. And again, as they're doing local searches and trying to find whether it's a restaurant or a gas station, they may find you at the same time if you happen to be a retail person. And so you're missing an opportunity if you're not in that mobile environment.
Me I better be there.
It's a must in today's world. So part of all of that, part of thinking about all the trends, is also then how do you create that mobile IT strategy? And these are some things that you can think about. One is that you need to focus on your data and the device, because in this bring your own device world, your employees may be bringing their own devices to work. They may be working on their own devices if you don't have those kinds of applications available to them. But you need to focus on protecting the data that you have. You need to focus on managing those devices. And if an employee should happen to leave, you need to be able to wipe that information off of their device so that you protect all of that proprietary information for your business. So it's a doable thing. There's applications out there, there's things to think about, but you need to focus on that data. You now also need to focus on real-time management, and how do you do that? And again, there's experts and folks that can help us think about that, but that needs to be part of that mobile IT strategy. The security is going to be huge. You've got to have that security component in place as you think about working with your employees, working with your customers, and how am I truly going to be able to sleep at night knowing that my data is safe in that environment. Collaboration, we all need to collaborate. We cannot do our business by ourselves, because I can't be an expert in everything. I am going to depend upon the team of people that will help me create the kind of environment that I want to attract the kinds of customers that I need to be in this mobile world. And so collaboration is part of that. And then network integration is the last part of this IT strategy that you need to consider. There's lots of information out there. We'll be providing more information about these specific kinds of things in additional videos, Glenn, as we continue to create this video series on power of business and helping folks think about that mobile world and how they're going to integrate that into their business plan, business strategy, because it is critical. So, you need to think mobile first. We are in an environment that it's no longer just desktop and laptop. The mobile devices are there and you need to have that in place. Again, join us on Friday 15s, the first Friday of every month. For 15 minutes, we chat with entrepreneurs just like yourself, sharing information, tips, technology, traits, lots of information. We want you to learn from the entrepreneurs who have been successful. You can register at powerofbusiness.net, and those are always the first Friday of every month at 11:15 Central Time, and then all the other time zones. Check us out at powerofbusiness.net. There's a lot of information there for you as a business owner. We want you to share your information, we want you to learn, and we want you to then take action to make your business stronger.
Connie, thanks so much for bringing us this information about going mobile. I think you've maybe set out some parameters. You've maybe made us a little nervous in places, but you've also given us some great tips and great resources of how we can get it done. And I think definitely have shown those of us who are thinking about it or small business owners that it's got to be done. It's no longer an option. So we appreciate you bringing this to us. And again, powerofbusiness.net, we are here to try to help you get through some of these hurdles and to think about some of these topics and to be your resource of information. And this is just one part of it. Thanks, Connie.